Welcome to One-on-One. I'm Steve Adubato. I'm about to introduce you to one of our favorite guests. She's usually on Capitol Report, but we have her here in One-on-One. She is Senator Loretta Weinberg, and she's the majority leader in the Senate, but she's also the sponsor of the New Jersey Aphasia Study Commission. I want to thank you for joining us, Senator.
Thank you, Steve.
Let's put this into context. Our mutual friends, Mike and Elaine Adler, the Adler Aphasia Center, brought us together. Explain to folks what aphasia is and why the commission.
Well, I have to backtrack a little. Unfortunately, there isn't a lot in my legislative career that I've been involved in that I sometimes happily and sometimes unhappily have had some direct experience with. My mother, many years ago, my mother who's since passed away, had a stroke which resulted in aphasia. And now I have a sister who also had a stroke and currently has aphasia. It is the communication difficulty. The brain is working, but the connections between the brain coming out of the mouth are somehow interrupted. Mike Adler, who's the CEO of a wonderful big manufacturing facility, also had a stroke and also has aphasia. And he and his wife, who are wonderful,
Elaine,
generous, terrific people, did research around the whole Northeast, I think, and indeed throughout the country, to find out what kind of support groups were there. So what often happens when you get this difficulty after a stroke or traumatic brain injury of any kind, you're told, okay, we can take care of you for a couple of months of rehab and then you're on your own. So they started a support group for people who have aphasia. And they have a wonderful, wonderful center that covers the gamut. It gives socialized skills and communication skills to clients who have the illness. It helps the family caretakers.
Family members, right?
And they're doing great research. And just one more personal story. I remember when I took my sister there for the first time.
To the Adler Aphasia Center.
To the Adler Aphasia Center, which is located in Maywood, New Jersey.
By the way, let's put up the Adler Aphasia Center website throughout this segment, folks. Go ahead. And
when I took my sister there for the first time, and Mike Adler was there, and he came over to her and he said to her, and he speaks in a halting way, but speaks, he said to her, don't let anybody tell you that you can't continue improving. And I saw her smile and her face light up. And so it's a combination of knowing there are other people sharing the same problems and frustrations that you are, giving the support.
Sure.
My grandchildren were visiting from California this past summer, and we went to their performance of Fiddler on the Roof.
Amazing.
It was fun and amazing and great.
I've seen many of the performances up at the Adler Aphasia Center and the great talented performers there. But the study commission, you've been talking about this, working on this for a long time. Let's tell folks, by the way, you can log on to the Adler Aphasia Center and find out more about the the Aphasia Study Commission. It is a commission that looked at aphasia. There are specific recommendations that come out of it. What did it examine, and why is this so significant and historic?
Well, it's really just getting underway. We were a little bit late. The bill was passed. Governor Christie signed it a couple of years ago. Took a while to get membership. It's a combination of gubernatorial appointees from the Senate President and from the Assembly Speaker, and they will be having their first meeting actually the first week.
But the goal is to make recommendations.
The goal of the commission is to see if we can find out how many people actually are suffering from this in our state. We don't even know. We have absolutely no idea. In fact, people who have it don't even know the name. Aphasia is not commonly used in our language, and it should be because so many people have some form of it. I have a little emblem on my car that says aphasia, lack of speaking, not brain power, or something like that. Anyway, they will also look at the model programs that exist. We do have another great program for adults with communications problems at Kean University. as well as the Adler Aphasia Center. So they will look at what the best model programs are, and they will make recommendations to the governor and to the state on what kind of programs we need, where we have great gaps in services, and hopefully start to put a spotlight on something that affects many, many more people than anybody knows.
I was thinking about this, Senator. I happen to be watching one of my favorite shows. You don't have much time to watch network television, but there's a show called The Good Wife, and Michael J. Fox has been guest starring on it, and he's been a national spokesperson for Parkinson's disease. And I've often talked to Mike and Elaine Adler about this. There is not, that I know of, a national spokesperson for aphasia. Am I correct?
You are absolutely correct.
Is that part of the problem?
We've been looking, that with the help of the Adlers, we've been looking for. Kirk Douglas, Sr., suffers from aphasia as a result of a stroke. He's appeared at events that I've seen him at, and he works at speaking. I think he's even done it maybe at an Academy Award some years back.
Do you need a national spokesperson?
Yes, because
Why?
I think having a national spokesperson adds the glamour of getting onto network television, although it's programs like this that really help us get the word out. It adds to, if you've got somebody who is traveling in the circles of communication specialists, the word gets out. So
it could also help you raise money.
Yes, absolutely. And it is so misunderstood. The emblem actually says aphasia, loss of speech, not lack of intellect.
There's a lot of misconceptions, are there not? Because people sometimes do think there's a lack of intellect, and that's has nothing to do with your ability to think. It is purely communication.
Exactly, which is so frustrating for these people. My sister was a radio broadcaster in California. She had her own NPR interview show. So it's a very, very cruel illness to have happened to somebody who, like you.
This is our lifeblood.
That's right, it's communication. And, but, so when people hear somebody speak who has aphasia, they can think all kinds of things. Something is wrong with them mentally, or maybe they've had too much to drink, that type of thing. My sister will very often say to people right at the beginning, which is one of the things you learn with this illness, I have aphasia. She always says, I'm fine from here down. It's just from here up, it's a little bit. And it's so frustrating because the person who has it knows what they want to say. I know her well enough to be able to kind of wend my way around in asking enough questions if she can't get the words out. Sometimes it affects your ability to write, to actually write out words. She's made great strides, but the Adler Aphasia Center is a gift to the people in the state of New Jersey.
Well, they are doing their job, but Senator, you are doing the job down in the State House, as you often do, and carrying the cause of folks and causes that often get forgotten. And that is why you're leading the effort. As the sponsor of the New Jersey Aphasia Study Commission, we look forward to the work of the commission and the recommendations, and I promise you we'll continue that discussion, not only here on One-on-One, but on our sister program, Capital Report. And as always, next time on Capital Report, we'll talk taxes and other things that are much more controversial.
A few more mundane.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Senator, for joining us.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Stay with us. One-on-One will continue right after this.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the New Jersey Education Association, working for great public schools for every child. Wells Fargo, the Adler Aphasia Center, PSE&G, committed to improving New Jersey's economy and strengthening its communities. New Jersey Manufacturers Insurance Group, auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and banking under the principle of stewardship. The law firm of Gibbons P.C. Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, making healthcare work. And by Bloomfield College, offering small classes and big opportunities since 1868. Promotional support provided by the Star Ledger and NJ.com, Everything Jersey, and by NJ Biz, All Business, All New Jersey. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.